Hey y'all, I really don't want nothing. I know y'all scrolling and everything, but I think I got a message or something. I mean, it's something that came to my head. A new quote for the remaining of 2026 should be, if that was me, I wouldn't have did that shit. I have noticed that people are not being people towards people anymore. Yeah, I said that. People are not being people towards people anymore. Do I need to explain? Even while I don't care how old you are and everything, around the time that you were growing up, you already knew the struggles that y'all dealt with the separation of A and B, right? So when A and B started being cool with one another, now we going against the A and B and C at the same time. So it's like the A, B, and C then got together and everything, and then they start saying, okay, A, B, and C is going against the Republicans. And the Republicans are like, okay, well, their side is not really saying anything bad. So who's anything less to next get into, going into problems with? God himself. This world is going backwards, y'all. Now we're saying, oh, we gotta love ourselves and all kinds of stuff like that. But when the Bible clearly said that we ain't supposed to love ye one, you, the Bible says love ye one another. It ain't say love yourself. They really tell you not to be a lover of just yourself. That's vanity, and vanity is a freaking sin. One of the seven deadly sins, to be exact. And certain things that people do and everything, and people don't pay attention to it, they're going against their own people over something that's minuscule and it don't even make no sense. Minuscule, whatever the word I was supposed to say use, it don't make no sense for people to go against each other about. First of all, we have over calibrated what the uses of the word friend is. A friend is supposed to be somebody who is there for you through thick and thin and don't ask for nothing in between, don't ask for nothing to be given back to them or a different type of respect. You only doing it because your heart is telling you to do it. That's basically the way God wants us to love you one another. But we got to save our energy and start, projecting love towards ourselves and everything. What you just don't know is turning you against other people because you're thinking you're better than everybody. And I'm not trying to tell you nothing that's wrong. If you feel like you're better than people, that's fine. That's your opinion. But at the end of the day, we're all breathing. We all can live and talk and do whatever the stuff that we do and everything. And nobody else is better than the other. The only person that's better than all of us that's on this earth is God. And if we had went against everything that we have ever been seeing and met and all kinds of stuff like that, the only person that's left is to go against is God. And you want to know what gonna happen to you? Ask that serpent that dropped out of the sky before. Ask that fallen angel that dropped out the sky before. Oh, but that's the one y'all want to follow though. Hey, I'm sorry, y'all. That's what it seemed like. It seemed like y'all want to follow the fallen angel when it comes to this world now. Do y'all even know what love is anymore? Is it just a word? Or is it just an expression? Or is it just a thought? Or is it just an emotion? Cause ain't no love in this world no more. I'm just gonna be 100% real, and I'm gonna throw something on the grill later. And I'm just saying that as like a figure of speech and everything, but you get it. I done sit there and said all that stuff and everything and almost forgot the main reason why I even started recording. The thought that came to my head was a quote that should be put on t-shirts and everything. Instead of me having Thrasher magazine on my shirt, I should put on there, if it was me, I wouldn't have did that shit. Anybody who ever went through DV, if it was me, I wouldn't have never did that. Anybody who has been going through SH or SA, if it was me, I wouldn't have never did that shit. It's even gotten to the point where church is not recognized as church anymore. Oh, I'm talking to somebody. I'm talking to somebody. If you ever went to church and everything was always about money and prosperity and all kinds of stuff like that, oh, I'm going to get banned for this. I ain't going to finish. But these are just examples of what's going to happen if people don't just lock in and watch what you watching. Like if you looking at social media right now, you see a whole bunch of stuff that you could have said, if that was me, I wouldn't have did that shit. But this is what y'all actually saying that for. You see somebody that's at your job. They have a car. And you don't have a car. You need a ride. That person is going to most likely ask you, do you have gas money? That's mainly most of the people that's watching right now. They will ask, do you have gas money? Or something like that. But just ask yourself this. If you was the one that needed a ride or something like that, and they asked you that question, all you're going to do is just move on and try to find somebody else that's going to be free or ride or something like that because you need help. You ain't got no money right now. You ain't got no reimbursement for whatever needing to be done for you right at that time. So who's going to be left to do that? Someone who actually has a heart that actually love ye one another like the Bible does say and will help you and not ask for nothing. Now, there's two ways to think about that. You got somebody who will mess around and accept that and use it and abuse it, or you have somebody who knows their struggle and they know what they're doing and everything, and once they get back straight, they're going to remember you and reference you and do stuff right by you. Which one is the one you going to be? I mean, is you going to be the one to say, oh, shit, if that was me, I wouldn't have did that. I need my gas money. Or are you going to be the one that be like, yeah, I'm glad I did that because eventually I'm going to need that help. I said all that to say there's some stuff that you going to see on this internet or this profile or whatever you going to see it on. Not my profile. I'm just saying on this app, I meant that is questionable about being done. Now I'm going to give you two examples of what you're going to try to say. If that was me, I wouldn't have did that. You see somebody that's going to a homeless person and giving them everything that they have in their wallet, knowing that they owe some stuff and they're about like 3 days away from being on the same end of their own. And they do that junk, and your answer would be, oh, if I was that person, I wouldn't have did it. I know what type of person you are. Now, if you see that person that always try to get a hustle off of somebody just because they need help, I'm going to tell you how I think. I believe that if you can't help nobody from your heart, there ain't nothing but the devil. I know we try to put a message in while I'm saying something. I might be getting to the key point. If I'm going to do something for somebody, I'm doing it from the heart. And I really don't want nothing from it. And if I do ask something from it, that means I need it. That's the only way. And people might just say, if that was me, I wouldn't have did that. I made the same example twice just to let you know that there's some people in this world that said that it would help you, but really in actuality, they ain't gonna really help you. You know, it's just somebody had to tell somebody that, and I guess I was the one that had to try to tell you. So, you know what I'm saying? Stay real to yourself, people. I ain't say this just to disrespect nobody or no creed or anything. I have genuine love for everybody who is watching right now. And if you watch this whole video in its entirety, I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Appreciate y'all for watching. All right, then. Holla at you.